Captain Ferdinand, and this is a story about three siblings, Bravo, Amanda, and Alex the youngest, who lived near a beach in Mayaro. One Saturday night while they were asleep, loud groaning sounds came from the ocean, and it shook the entire place. "It's all right, it's just a little earthquake," said their uncle. So the children went back to sleep. The next morning, an awful smell woke them up. Together with loud noises, they scampered to the beach to find the villagers there, all talking excitedly about the seaweed that covered the sand. The villagers decided to sweep it up into neat little piles. But that night, it happened again. Sunday into Monday, weeds everywhere. On Monday, all schools were closed. Fire brigades and ambulances and police cars could be heard throughout Mayaro. Reporters came seeking answers, but no one knew anything. For weeks it continued. Day after day, trucks and tractors and backhoes came to remove the weed from the sand. Bravo asked Amanda, "Where do all these weeds come from?" "They come from somewhere out in the ocean. We could go and find her for ourselves. We could borrow Uncle's boat and go and see." "No way," said Bravo. "But we have to find out." She thought. "There's a council meeting tonight at 8 p.m. sharp, and Granny goes to bed early." "Ta-da!" "Fine," said Bravo. "I'm taking Alex too." So that night, the children tied their uncle's flashlight to the front of the boat, and they set out on their journey. Away from the shore, they started the engine. The night was cold and dark. Then suddenly, something pulled the boat forward, and it went faster and faster. "I want to go home," said Alex. "Me too," said Bravo. "Maybe this wasn't such a great idea," said Amanda. Just when she said that, the engine of the boat cut off. "We ran out of gas," said Bravo. The frightened children hugged each other. Just then, the boat hit something and rocked wildly. Bravo adjusted the light at the front of the boat. "It's land," he said. The children scampered out of the boat, but they realized this was not Mayaro. But what they saw next was something fantastic. They saw a bright blue waterfall trickling down into a lovely pool surrounded by tall coconut trees. Beside it, they saw a man with fishtail for feet. He did not notice them. The children hid. He sneezed, and large amounts of seaweed came out of his mouth and shook the entire place. "So that's where it comes from," shouted Amanda. The merman heard them, and he demanded, "Who said that? Show yourself!" The children realized that this was the Sea King that the villagers told stories about. They thought and decided to tell him why they were there. After listening to their story, the Sea King replied, "Humans have thrown so much garbage into the ocean that the rubbish has raised my home from the bottom of the ocean to the top. I am not feeling too well. I will not live for very long." "We could tell the villagers about keeping a clean beach," said Bravo. "Yes, and I will draw "Don't Litter" signs and put it up everywhere," added Amanda. Just then, Bravo picked some peppermint leaves from a bush and made some tea for the king. "That's my granny's recipe for the flu," Bravo said with a smile. The Sea King took the drink, drank it, and smiled. "For your help, I will grant you one wish." The children thought, and they all decided that they wanted to return home without being punished. In the blink of an eye, they were back in their beds. The next morning when they woke up, They realized that there was no seaweeds on the beach. So the children talked to their parents about keeping a clean beach. Their parents promised to bring it up at the council meeting later that night. Just when they were about to sit for breakfast, they heard the voice of the uncle yelling outside, "Hey, who tied this flashlight to the front of my boat?" The children looked at each other and smiled.